Today I'm sharing science-based psychology in my YouTube channel, and today we were discussing about American fitness culture and how American culture influences our perception of fitness and beauty, and what can be some challenges with motivation, with finding motivation, or if you've been attending training or gym constantly, maybe sometimes you find it difficult to continue, and sometimes you feel anxious about your performance or about your body shape. And so today we will be discussing about these challenges and what you can do in order to support yourself and to change your perspective, or how psychological strategies can help you to cope with these difficulties. So the evidence is overwhelming. American fitness culture has developed a particular character: competitive, aesthetic, quantified, morally loaded, and for a meaningful number of people, something that started as care for the body but becomes another arena of self-punishment. So maybe you've been feeling lately worse after attending a gym, or you found yourself training through injury because rest feels like weakness, and notice that your relationship with movement has become anxious rather than joyful. Tonight is for you, and today we will be discussing about these challenges and thoughts. So let's start with what is unambiguously true, because it's important and it's remarkable. Exercise is among one of most robustly evidenced interventions for depression and anxiety that's available, and there are a lot of research and meta-analysis proving consistently what found meaningful effect sizes for aerobic exercises in reducing depression symptoms, anxiety symptoms, and also mechanisms are multiple. For instance, BDNF releases supporting hippocampal neurogenesis, improves prefrontal amygdala regulation, and reduces inflammatory markers. And people who are able to exercise are able to focus better, they have more self-confidence, they feel more energy during the day, and they can accomplish a lot more work. They find themselves more energized, less fatigued, and being able to concentrate. And John Ratey at Harvard University describes BDNF as miracle growth for the brain, and the description is not hyperbole. A single bout of aerobic exercise measurably enhances attention, lasting learning capacity, and mood for hours afterward. And regular exercise produces structural changes in brain that support exactly cognitive functioning and chronic stress degrades. So in a sense, exercising gyms are becoming a kind of buffer zone for stress, and people who can go to training, go to gym, can better cope with stress, and there are decreased levels of depression, and it's also one of first strategies that can help you to decrease anxiety. And community and also another factor of advantages of going to gym is that you can find a lot of friends, community, and you can find like-minded people, and you can share connections, maybe same interests, and it's also a place of continuing your social connections. And it's also, according to for instance, group training environments provide something increasingly rare in American life: regular in-person, non-work social connection organized around a shared activity. And research on social connection and mental health has found that many people or classes are most consistent with community, and are factors helping people to get more social. And there is measurable progress in the second one. Deci and Ryan's self-determination theory identifies competence as experience of getting genuinely better at something. So while you are exercising, you are actually constantly seeing feedback. For instance, how many steps you have accomplished, and it also helps you to focus. It trains your focus, and each time when you are exercising, when you are training, you are actually training your brain, and new cells are being generated, and your brain shapes in changes in shape. So all these are positive advantages, sides of exercising and going to gym. And good coaching in any training environment teaches attention to execution from breathing, technique, which is precisely the process orientation that sports psychology identifies as protective factor under pressure. And many people first learn present moment attention in a gym. And where it turns, the turn is usually subtle, and it typically happens in one of three ways. First of them is when motivation shifts from approach to avoidance. This means that, for instance, if you are attending gym just because you want to lose weight, or just because you want to improve certain features of your body, or if you are going out of fear, or if you are going to gym just when you are overeating, or to make a control. So these are avoidance and control behaviors. And avoidance driven behavior produces worse well-being outcomes even when adherence is high. And the second is when the body becomes primarily an object to be evaluated rather than a self to be inhabited. For instance, objectivation theory describes how habitual self-monitoring of appearance, viewing yourself from the outside, is associated with body shame, anxiety, and reduced awareness of internal bodily states. And the training culture saturated with progress photos and aesthetic goals reliably produces this shift. So every time we see a lot of photos, videos in social media, how like this like perfect body shapes are being promoted and encouraged, and somewhere in subconscious it has an influence on us, and you might have some automatic thoughts about your body, and sometimes people find themselves excessively like obsessed on these thoughts, focused on these thoughts, and just trying to achieve the goals that they have set, and they are not even noticing how their body is reacting, and they are not aware of its function. For instance, some people are excessively going to training and they don't even realize how it can be harmful for their heart, or for like there can be some other harmful aspects of it. And so the first step towards the change is noticing that how you are being focused and looking just from one perspective. And one of strategies is reminding yourself what are some other functions of your body. For instance, you can remind yourself of other benefits of going to gym, that it can also help you to stay stronger or to develop muscles, or it can help to improve your health or overall well-being, right? So reminding yourself about these aspects can help to generate more balanced view of going to gym training. And when you align your goals considering these factors as well, it can bring you more it can help you to maintain your motivation, and you will not feel exhausted or burnout, and you will not be solely focused on just your physical appearance, but there will be also other factors that will be motivating you, and including, for instance, finding friends or social connections, or contributing to somebody, or finding like different strategies and views of going to gym. So instead of trying to control your body shape, maybe you will also focus your attention on listening to other people. And instead of being overly focused on judging your body, maybe you can shift your attention towards what you are experiencing at that moment. And it will be also kind of mindfulness exercises. For instance, each time when you notice a self-critical thought about your body, you can direct your attention towards what you are experiencing in your body at that moment. Maybe you will notice your breathing, you will notice how your muscles are becoming tense. And instead of comparing yourself to other people, maybe you can redirect your attention towards connection and how you want to show up in this relationship, or how you may connect to other people. And so when you find yourself asking yourself, how do I look? You can redirect it to a new question, and you can ask, how am I? And the next factor is moral loading. When rest becomes lazy, when food becomes clean or dirty, when a missed session becomes a character failure, the trainer has stopped being health behavior and become a moral accounting system. So it's again related with your thoughts about yourself and about your body. If you solely focus on like improving your body appearance, then any missed appointment or any like when you are misaligned with your goals, or when you are having even small, like when you are not able to achieve your set goals, uh, there will be an automatic threat to your identity. Maybe you start to label yourself as lazy, or maybe you will be too harsh or self-critical with yourself, and this will create even more shame, anxiety, and as a result it will not be useful for you. So anytime when you notice yourself that you are being self-critical, or you have some shame around not being able to complete your goals, you can redirect your attention towards your values and other functionality factors that we've been discussing about, and about why is it important for you to go to gym. And also I noticed that sometimes people are stuck in all or nothing thinking. So they think, if I missed going to gym 3 times, then I will not be able to maintain my motivation or discipline again, and they just constantly thinking about self-critical thoughts. They are constantly feeling stuck on that feeling, and it keeps them away from making progress or taking next steps. And according to research also, people who were able to be more self-compassionate towards themselves, to approach themselves with kindness, were able to procrastinate less and to be more successful in the future. So accepting the fact that sometimes we may not be able to attend all the sessions or all the plans that we have, and also taking rest, taking breaks is an important factor in long-term success, because sometimes also people are pushing themselves too hard, and they continue to work out and exhaust themselves even when they feel extremely tired or extremely exhausted. This is also not being helpful for them. And when you notice thoughts that are driving you towards this excessively working or excessively doing certain things, they found these thoughts about body appearance or perception, or perceptions about training or the gym. And noticing these thoughts is the first step towards developing a more healthier relationship with the gym or with training, and thinking, considering about other factors that we have discussed right here, can help you to create a more balanced way of approaching disciplined attending gym. And for instance, imagine if you missed certain sessions. Imagine you missed certain sessions and you are feeling ashamed, you are feeling anxious. However, while you are experiencing these feelings and you are stuck in these feelings, you are losing your time, and you are directing your attention in the wrong place. You are staying stuck. Otherwise, if you could approach yourself with compassion and kindness, maybe this would help you to overcome it and to start taking steps and improving yourself, or finding ways of relaxing and working, and finding a combined, balanced way of functioning, so that it will not lead to burnout or exhaustion. And motivation audit. The most useful diagnostic question is deceptively simple. What am I moving toward, and what am I moving away from? According to self-determination theory, research consistently shows that autonomous motivation, training because you value how it makes you feel, because you enjoy the activity, because it aligns with who you want to be, predicts better adherence and better psychological outcomes than controlled motivation. So if you are constantly trying to feel motivated, if you are trying to control your feelings, and if you are trying to adhere to training or gym as a robot, in the long run, this will make you feel exhausted, burnout, and it can be difficult for you to maintain this motivation. And solely focusing on motivation also might not work. But if you are finding other reasons why you want to attend to gym, such as connecting with other people, or taking care of your mental health, or taking care of your physical health or functioning, this will help you to take steps towards gym even on days when you don't feel motivated, or when you will feel anxious, or you will feel not going or not doing. And also in the same manner, when if you will not be able to accomplish all your goals, it will again help you to take action on that days when you procrastinated, because you know why is it important for you, and you can find ways out even when you procrastinated or when you feel ashamed, and you can use those sources for motivation to recover and to regain motivation even during times when you feel stuck. As we have discussed previously, for instance, if you couldn't attend a session or training for 3 days, you can think about about the future, and what difference would it make for you if you started following and if you kept going to gym, or what difference would it make if you stopped going because you procrastinated for 3 times. So therefore, finding resources for motivation, finding reasons for going to gym, are certain ways and factors you can use during times when you feel stuck and unmotivated. And shifting from aesthetic to functional goals, one of most reliably beneficial changes I see people make is reorienting their training goals from how their body looks to what their body can do. And functional goals, for instance, running a distance, lifting a weight, holding a position, competing a hike, playing with your children, have several psychological advantages. They are achievable and clearly measurable. They generate genuine competence experiences, and they are not dependent on the aesthetic comparison that drives objectivation. And importantly, they tend to remain satisfying when achieved, whereas aesthetic goals characteristically produce a brief satisfaction followed by a new higher standard. So let's say you have achieved your goal, and you have you were able to gain certain weight, or your muscles improve, and when you achieve it, you will experience happiness for a very short period of time, and after that you will set a new goal. So this is simply how it's explained. But if you will be able to set a functional goal for yourself, like you can always go towards that goal, and you will experience this happiness, maybe enjoyment, more often, and it will not make you feel empty when you have achieved certain goal. And this motivation, this sense of accomplishment and joy will continue and will be more consistent. And there are certain thoughts that people have about gym and about training when we work from cognitive behavioral perspective. For instance, there is so-called compensatory thinking. People say, I ate that, so I need to train harder tomorrow. And this is transactional logic applied to a body that doesn't work that way, and it's one of the more reliable pathways into genuinely disordered patterns. So instead of this, being more compassionate with yourself, instead of being harsh, can be more useful in the long run. And catastrophizing rest. Some people are feeling guilty when they are trying to rest, or maybe they might have some automatic thoughts such as I'm guilty if I'm resting, I shouldn't be resting. And sometimes people notice that these are some beliefs that are coming from their childhood or early stages of their life, but actually when people can rest better, they can function better, they can be helpful to other people better, they can take care of themselves better, or they can better manage their responsibilities. So in that sense, not everything that we think can be the truth, and noticing your thoughts can be helpful in developing a healthier relationship with yourself and with your responsibilities, and having more goals that are aligned with your deeper meaning. So there is something genuinely restorative available. It reverses the objectivation dynamic directly. Objectivation involves viewing your body from outside and paying attention just at the images of your body as something observed and evaluated. Interoception is the opposite, sensing your body from inside, noticing your breathing, feeling the effort in your legs, registering genuine fatigue versus discomfort. And being in your body rather than looking at it helps you to shift your attention and to see the situation from a different perspective. And it can also help you to understand when you really feel tired, when you feel fatigued, and to develop a healthier relationship with training and gym. And training offers an unusually good opportunity to practice this. If you can use this, it's a good way of using mindfulness and also attending to how the movement feels rather than how it looks, noticing what your body is telling you about recovery, and making the session about experiencing of moving rather than about metrics produced. And for people whose relationship with their body has become primarily evaluative, this shift can be healing, and it usually improves training quality as well, because interoceptive awareness is how you know when you continue to train and when to stop. So before your next 3 training sessions, try to write one sentence. Why are you trying to attend the training today? Why are you doing certain exercise today? And then sort out your answers. Because I value how this makes me feel, because I enjoy it, because I'm connecting with people, because it serves who I want to be. And also you can consider avoidance, because why are you avoiding, or why are you overly exercising? Maybe because you feel guilty, maybe you have certain thoughts that if you will not exercise excessively, maybe you have certain beliefs about resting, or maybe you are trying to exercise because you ate something, because you are afraid what happens if you will stop. And you are not aiming for a perfect score, you are gathering information about the balance and trying to create a balance, because predominantly avoidance driving behavior or pattern will not become satisfying no matter how consistent you are. I hope that this information was helpful for you. I tried to share recent research and strategies to help you to have better motivation, and to have better motivation and to be able to exercise and to develop a balanced way of going to gym, attending to gym training. And if you have any further questions, you can ask your questions, leave your questions in the comments. We will continue to share science-based psychology in this channel every day. If you want to stay informed with it, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications. Take good care of yourself, and see you in the next videos again.